Hello. We had a senior lunch honoring our seniors in the little town that we live in. And it just so happened that they showed a video of a admiral from the U.S. Navy whose name was William McRaven. And he had an esteemed 37-year military career. It included the assassination of Osama bin Laden. But he talked about a night from his Navy SEAL training during Hell Week that taught him the power of being a leader. And they gave just a little snippet of his speech that he did at a school. And so I researched it and found a little bit more information because I found it very inspiring. And I actually will do some more from another part of that video that I want to research some more about, because I found multiple things in that video that was very inspiring to me. So he told about his night in the mud flats, where he and his trainees were covered in this clay mud that was like pretty much every inch of their body except for like their heads. But it was on a really cold night. And he said that day they also had been out. They were doing racing each other in their boats. They were paddling through the mud. And so they already had had a really long day. And now they were standing in the mud on a really cold night. So, and it was like halfway through their Hell Week. So, I mean, a lot of the guys were already feeling doubt about if they were going to make it through already. So I have a part of his I'm going to read. He said, shaking uncontrollably with hands and feet swollen from nonstop use and skin so tender that even the slightest movement brought discomfort, our hope for completing the training was fading fast. So from the edge of the flats, the instructor was yelling at them and saying, hey, if you stop, I've got a fire here, and there's coffee, hot coffee, and hot soup, and that if 5 of them, only 5, would quit, that the rest of them would be given a break. But that also meant that they were giving up their SEAL training, those 5 people, if they gave up. So a student next to McRaven started walking through the mud and heading that direction, and he said he remembered seeing the face of the instructor, thinking, oh, well, once one of them quits, then the others will follow. And so one of the other candidates, before he could get out, started singing. And he said it wasn't singing very good, even though it sounded terrible, that other students soon joined him, including the one that was on the verge of quitting. So the instructor started yelling at them again and demanding that they stop. And he said, with each threat, the voices got louder. The class got stronger. The face of adversity became unbreakable. He said he remembered that behind the facade of anger, he could see the instructor smiling at the turn of events. So McRaven realized that all it took was one person to unite the entire group when many of them were on the verge of abandoning their goal. So I also found in my search, there was another former Navy SEAL, Leif Babin, and he wrote a book with a similar lesson. So he said that when the instructors switched the leaders of the best and the worst boat race teams, that they swapped positions. So the worst became the best and the best became the worst. And so that was proof that there are no bad teams. There's only bad leaders. So one exceptional person can change the entire fate of a group. It can change their fate. So the night in the mud flats stuck with McRaven, and he became an exceptional leader and rose to the highest rank in the Navy, and he accomplished many amazing things. He said that if one person could sing while neck deep in mud, then so could we. If one person could endure the freezing cold, then so could we. If that one person could hold on, then so could we. Zig Ziglar says that encouragement is the fuel on which hope runs. So be an encourager. Be the person who will fuel someone else's hope by being an exceptional human. So if you would like another 10 rules to live by to be an exceptional person, shoot me a message and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks.